Welcome. It is time for Fortune Friday Ask Me Anything series and I am Priyanka Bhatia. Today we have a very important and a very frequently asked question. And that question is from Hasmita. She's asking, how do I generate a passive income? What are those passive income sources? So I'm repeating her question. She's asking, how do I generate a passive income? What are those passive income sources? So now, number one, I want to define what is passive income. Passive income is opposite of active income. So say your job, your business, where you are actively involved. You're working day and night in that business. You're managing finance, sales, marketing, public relations, content writing, you're doing something. Now, when you are actively involved in something and that is generating an income, that's active income. And that's job and businesses primarily. So when you are saying, okay, I want to generate a passive income, what are you saying? That I do not want to be actively involved. Which means my time is not involved, my effort is not involved, and yet I derive an income. When that is happening, you have a passive income. I'm repeating it. When you are not actively involved, then you have a passive income. Now, a lot of us think property is one of the passive income source. So if I buy a property and I put it on rent, then it's a passive income I have. Well, not really. Truly ask people who've bought properties and put it on rent. They are ongoingly working on it. You got to manage the maintenance of it. You got to make sure you have tenants. If tenants leave, you got to make sure that the house is done up a little bit at least, and it's put on rent again. You again begin the process of finding new tenants. Sometimes you furnish the place, sometimes you unfurnish it according to needs. You pay the property tax. You take care of other aspects around property management. So you may think that this is pretty simple. Once you've bought a property, you put it on rent and you have an income. Trust you me, ask people who have properties. They will tell you it's not this simple. They will tell you that you need a lot of active involvement if you truly want to generate an income from that property that you have bought. So you may think property is a passive income source, and it is not. It requires a lot of active participation from you. Now when it comes to businesses, think about it. Businesses require active involvement too. It's only after decades and decades that you manage to put the entire system, the entire business on an autopilot. Until then, you have to put in the time, you have to put in the effort. Right? Now, until then, this is an active income. Okay? Until then, it's not passive. So, properties are not passive income source, and nor are businesses passive income source. So if you truly want to generate a passive income, you got to see what are those sources where I do not need to be actively involved. And this shows up only after years of you investing. So say, I'm just giving you an idea, okay? I'm just giving you an example. So say you start growing your finances first. At least that's what happened with me. I'm sharing my personal journey and how I generated a passive income. You begin first by growing your money. So you focus on high growth sources. So I focused on stocks, I focused on mutual funds. These are the two big areas inside of equity investments that I focused on. And even out of these two, I focused more on stocks because there I knew my money could grow with velocity if I research my companies well, and that is exactly which happened. Now, once I had bought good quality companies, and it was a couple of years into stock investing, it really became a passive income source. The dividends I was receiving was a passive income source. Now, guys, let me give a disclaimer. I am not talking about stock trading. Stock trading is yet another active income source. So you are actively involved day and night into buying and selling stocks. Then it's not passive income, and stock trading is not a passive source. Stock investing is. So when you're doing long-term investing, you pick good quality companies, and these good quality companies are giving you dividends. Now that is a passive income where you're not actively involved. You pick good quality companies. Now good quality companies are giving you money. They're giving you a share in their profits. That's what dividend is. Similarly, say you are doing some long-term investing and you invest in sovereign gold bonds. Sovereign gold bonds, of course, as the gold prices increase, you will make more money. But there is also an interest of 2.5% that you receive on a 6-monthly basis until 8 years, until the close of that sovereign gold bond. So that becomes another source. Now you have to do nothing. Once you bought it, that's it. Then there are other passive income sources, but those do not beat inflation also. So you got to start taking care of that. Like here, when I was talking about stocks and sovereign gold bonds, I was talking about investments that are actually beating inflation. They are growing your money, and on the side you are receiving an income. But here, okay, if you're doing, say, post office monthly income scheme, that doesn't beat inflation. Yeah. If you are doing any other senior citizen scheme which gives you a monthly interest, or any fixed deposit is there which is giving you an interest, monthly interest, it doesn't beat inflation. However, if you are retired, then you definitely need to generate a passive income. So your situation then is different. Then whatever fund you have in total has to be divided appropriately into how much of it needs to be in instruments that can give you a fixed monthly interest, how much money has to be kept into growing over and above the inflation rate. So it's all a way of thinking, guys. The more you know about investments, the more you understand investments, the more you understand the art of diversification, you understand financial planning, the more you can design your own money life. So, whether you want to generate a passive income, you want to reach any of your financial goals, that is how it is possible. So I trust this is giving you some idea, some way of thinking ahead, right? Because this requires a lot of thinking, a lot of personalization. That's the key. Okay, Untangle, hi, welcome. Hi, Sonika, welcome. Hey, Usha, I am so glad you guys are writing in here and that you are hanging in here for your financial growth. So this is it for today, guys. A very, very important question answered, and more so answered from the way you need to think. So go ahead, start thinking and start using this for your financial growth. Take charge, stay safe, bye-bye.